Hello everybody. This reading is called Families and Communities of Enslaved People. Slavery made community and family life difficult. Legally, families for enslaved people did not exist. No southern state recognized marriages of enslaved people. Legal control of enslaved children rested not with their enslaved parents, but with their masters. Owners could break up families at any time by selling a mother, a father, or a child to someone else. Of all the things they endured, enslaved people most feared being sold away from their loved ones. Most enslaved people grew up in families headed by a father and mother. Unable to marry legally, enslaved people created their own weddings, which often involved the tradition of jumping over a broomstick. One enslaved person recalled, "The preacher would say to the man, 'Do you take this woman to be your wife?' He says, 'Yes.' 'Well, jump the broom.' After he jumped, the preacher would say the same to the woman. When she jumped, the preacher said, 'I pronounce you man and wife.'" Caring for children was never easy. Booker T. Washington's mother, quote, "snatched a few moments for our care in the early morning before her work began, and at night after the day's work was done." Still, parents found time to teach the lessons children would need to survive. Silence around whites was one such lesson. Elijah Mars recalled that, quote, "mothers were necessarily compelled to be severe on their children to keep them from talking too much." Obedience was another lesson. William Webb's mother taught him, quote, "not to rebel against the men that were treating me like some dumb brute, making me work, and refusing to let me learn." Parents also taught their children other essential lessons about caring, kindness, pride, and hope. They taught them to respect themselves and other members of the enslaved community, especially older enslaved people. Quote, "There is not to be found among any people a more rigid enforcement of the law of respect to elders," wrote Frederick Douglass. These were the lessons that helped enslaved people, under the most difficult conditions, to create loving families and close communities. In doing so, they met the most basic of human needs, the need for a place to feel loved, respected, and safe.